Hey everyone, it's so good to have you back. Today, we're diving into a story that is currently trending across Nigeria and making big waves internationally. It's a mix of sadness, but also a story of hope because the world is finally standing up to say, Nigeria, we are with you. If you want to stay updated on stories like this that really matter, please take a second to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us keep these important conversations alive. Now, let's get into the heart of the gist. Kwara State, often called the State of Harmony, has sadly been in the news for the wrong reasons. On a Tuesday evening that started just like any other, a group of armed men invaded two quiet villages called Woro and Nuku. This wasn't just a small incident, it was a massive attack that has left everyone in shock. Reports coming in say that over 170 people lost their lives. It's truly heartbreaking. Many of these people were just going about their daily lives, farmers, traders, and families, when this tragedy struck. The details are quite intense. These attackers didn't just show up out of nowhere. They had actually been sending letters and warnings to these communities for months. They claimed they wanted to come and preach, but the villagers, who are mostly peaceful people, stood their ground. They didn't want any part of an extremist lifestyle. Because the community said no to their ideology, the attackers came back with force, burning down shops, homes, and even the local palace. It's a tough story to hear, but it shows the incredible bravery of the people in Quara who stood up for what they believed in. Because of how serious this was, the whole world has started talking. This brings us to the big headline. Turkey and the United Nations have officially condemned the attack. The UN Secretary-General himself sent a strong message to Nigeria, expressing his sadness and promising that the UN will stand in solidarity with us. This is important because it means Nigeria isn't fighting this battle alone. When the UN speaks, it puts global eyes on the situation, which usually leads to more aid and better security support for our rural areas. But the gist gets even more interesting when we talk about Turkey. You see, Nigeria and Turkey have been getting very close lately. Just a few weeks ago, President Tinubu was in Ankara to sign some massive deals worth billions of dollars. So when this attack happened, the Turkish government didn't waste time. They didn't just send condolences, they pledged continuous support. This is a big deal because Turkey is famous for its high-tech military equipment, especially those drones we've been hearing about. They've promised to help Nigeria with better intelligence and military training to make sure these kinds of things don't happen again. It's really a moment of global brothers coming together. While we mourn the lives lost in Quara, there's a sense that this might be a turning point. With Turkey's advanced technology and the UN's global influence, the pressure is on to secure our borders and protect our villages. People are already calling it a new era of security for Nigeria. It's the kind of support we've been waiting for, and seeing it finally happen gives a lot of people hope that peace can return to every corner of the country. I want to pause here for a second and ask you, what do you think about Turkey stepping in to help Nigeria with military tech? Do you think this international support will finally end the security challenges in places like Quara? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And hey, if you're enjoying this update, remember to like the video and subscribe so you don't miss the next part of this story. Just about a week before this tragic attack in Quara, President Tinubu was actually in Turkey for a high-level state visit. While he was there, he and President Erdogan signed 9 major agreements. We are talking about a massive $5 billion trade target and, most importantly, a brand new military cooperation protocol. This is why Turkey's response to the Quara attack wasn't just a basic sorry. They are moving fast to put that new protocol into action. The gist is that Turkey is planning to provide Nigeria with specialized counter-terrorism training. They've been through similar challenges and have some of the best strategies in the world for fighting groups that hide in forests and mountains. They are also looking at sending more of those famous Bayraktar drones and even T-128 attack helicopters to help our security forces see everything happening from the sky. If you think getting this kind of high-tech help is a great move for Nigeria, please hit that like button right now and subscribe to stay updated on how these drones will be deployed. On the other side of the gist, the UN is not just watching from the sidelines. The UN's Humanitarian Office, known as UCHA, is already moving to support the survivors in Woro and Nuku. Since the attackers burned down food stores and shops, the UN is working to make sure the people who fled into the bushes have food, clean water, and medical care when they return. It's a total team effort. Turkey is bringing the power with military support, and the UN is bringing the care with humanitarian aid. The most interesting part of the story is that other countries like Germany and Benin Republic have also joined in to support Nigeria. It shows that what happens in a small community in Quara actually matters to the whole world. Everyone is realizing that if we can make Quara safe, we can make the whole region safe. The local leaders in Quara are already calling for more intelligence sharing, which is exactly what the new deal with Turkey covers. It's all about staying 10 steps ahead of the bad guys. So the big picture here is hope. Yes, the attack was a huge tragedy, but the way the international community has rallied around Nigeria is something we haven't seen on this scale in a long time. It feels like Nigeria is no longer standing alone. We have the technology of Turkey and the global heart of the UN behind us. It's a powerful combination that could really change the game for our security. I've got even more updates on how the local hunters in Quara are being integrated into this new security plan.